Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, December the 28th, 2023. Thursday, December 28th. Oh my goodness. After this episode, one more episode for the to end out 2023. This year went way too fast, y'all. Okay, let's get started. We have TJ goes to Kristina because Molly sent him. He felt that he and Kristina should have a good talk so that he could feel comfortable, about the situation that Alexis brought up with the donor egg. Kristina, there not being a donor egg, and Kristina was using her own egg. Okay, so I guess, you know what I read in Comment Corner, I guess I got it wrong. During the last doctor's appointment, well, not the last doctor's appointment, when the doctor talked to them, the reason why she said it would take so long is the last surrogate did, I mean, it went fast, but the last surrogate didn't use her own egg. So that issue didn't come up. But my whole thing is, okay, the last surrogate used a donor egg. How was the donor egg ready so fast? And why is a donor egg not going to be ready this fast for Kristina? I didn't understand that part. Because if the other surrogate wasn't using her egg, because I thought she was using her own egg, but okay, I really wasn't paying that close attention. So anyway, but now Kristina's using hers. Molly wanted, TJ had some questions, and his questions were, are you going to be able to handle the fact that the baby will be his and Molly's, that she would take the role of aunt? And first Kristina was, oh, you changed your mind, and she was just talking a mile a minute. And he finally got her to stop so he could say why he was there to talk to her. But that's Kristina. She's gotten better though. Um, and she said, TJ, I've never wanted kids of my own, and I still don't. She said, so I'm happy being able to do this for my sister. And I will be able to be the cool aunt and watch this child grow up without all of the responsibility. And you and Molly will be wonderful parents. And she continued to talk, and he felt really comfortable, and he said he's so happy that he did come and talk to her because he feels so much better. And he said, he says, Kristina, what I like about this is the baby will still have Molly's DNA in it. And he goes, I like that part. Not only will it have my DNA through your egg, it'll have some of Molly's DNA too. So Kristina's like, and that's why it's the perfect solution, and that's why I'm happy for you. But we all know in soap opera land, it's not gonna go that way. Something's gonna happen. Kristina's gonna feel it kick, and TJ's gonna feel it too, and Molly's gonna get jealous. It's going to happen, right? Kristina's gonna start maybe get a little nickname for the baby while it's in her tummy. And goodness, Molly's not gonna like that because that's not what we're not gonna call them, little scrunchkin. Okay. you know, little football. We ain't gonna call him that, you know. Little Thomas truck, little none of that. So look, if what's her name? Lulu and Dante could call their kid Rocco. And they really kind of started as a joke. They would say, well, what are we going to name him? We're like, how about Rocco? And then it's like, okay, Rocco it is. And I'm thinking, Rocco? Okay, but anyway, we don't know what they're going to call their kids. So he was happy. She was happy. Alexis, not so much. But Alexis is being realistic. She came to Sonny's and she says, I need your help. And he's like, what can I do for you? Because you never come to me for help. And she goes, I need you to tell me I'm overthinking this, to tell me I'm just being ridiculous. So she didn't say ridiculous, but I'm just overthinking it. and, just calm me down, talk me off the ledge. And he goes, well, what's going on? And she says, Kristina being the egg donor now. You do know that? And he goes, yeah, she told me, and she says she can handle it, and I believe her, and I have faith in our daughter. And she goes, Sonny, it's not that I don't have faith in her. Kristina has never been pregnant before. She doesn't know how she's going to bond with this baby, how she's going to react with the various stages of pregnancy. And she's going to be bringing this life into the world, and this life will actually be her child. And so Sonny's like, yeah, okay, well, I could see, how that could be difficult, and I'm shortening their conversation, right? And so Alexis said something about, well, how do you feel about it? And he says, well, I love the fact that I'll be the child's grandfather, and because, I don't, Kristina may not have any more. And Alexis says, that's what I'm talking about, Sonny. You are not going to be the child's grandfather. You're going to be the great uncle. And he kind of looked at her. She did. I mean, I'm surprised she didn't say, because see, Rick, your brother, is going to be grandpa. That would have really hit Sonny. Hit Sonny, because, he and Rick, Rick was something else. As a matter of fact, I was racking my brains thinking who could be a good pikeman? Rick Lansing. Because Rick Lansing had some evil in him, okay? And hated Sonny. Oh my goodness, right? So when she said that, he kind of thought. And so she says, so you're telling me you're not worried at all about the situation? And he said, no, I'm not saying that. And she looked at him. He says, Alexis, I I know how it affected me just now when you said I'm not going to be the baby's grandfather. When I am the grandfather, because Alexis says, you're not going to be the baby's grandfather. I'm going to be the baby's grandmother. you know, he says, and that affected me. So if that affected me, I do believe Kristina is going to be affected. He said, but you know what, Alexis? They're adults. She's doing this out of love for her sister. And I can't fault her. I mean, he goes, the only thing we could do is be there for her. That's the only thing we can do. And she's like, oh, goodness, I know, but I'm just saying. He goes, no, so we got to just be there for her. And he says, and I'm happy you came and talked this out with me versus going to Kristina with all these frustrations and doubt. She goes, no, I know that wouldn't have worked well, right? And he's like, no, it wouldn't have. So this was a cute scene. These two girls from Bensonhurst are so animated. Lolo! Olivia had been avoiding Lois. And finally, Lois called her out on it. No, honey, no, I'm not avoiding you. She goes, Livy, I know you. Come clean. You've been avoiding me. She says, and it's been since Christmas. And Olivia looked, and they sat down and poured some wine. And she says, do you feel I betrayed you by marrying your ex-husband? Do you feel I went behind your back? And Lois looked at her and said, wait, what? Do you feel some sort of way about me marrying Ned? And she goes, I absolutely do. Olivia, Olivia looked at her and she goes, I feel happy that you found happiness with Ned. Ned and I had been divorced for years and years, Olivia, before you married him. The only thing Ned and I have in common is our Brookie. And we both have our Brookie's best interest at heart. Other than that, she goes, I'm happy. You two are happy. She says, and you, because she goes, but you're so strong. And she goes, Olivia, look, I couldn't last a year in this Quartermain house. Because remember, her and Ned moved away, especially once she started her record label. She goes, you thrive in it. You bring order to it. It doesn't bother you. And she goes, the Quartermains are not that bad. I mean, she goes, they argue like cats and dogs, And Olivia's like, yeah, but they still care. And so she goes, like Ned cares about family. He ratted out his own cousin Drew to the SEC. Ned ain't changed, because she goes, Ned has not changed. She goes, Ned has changed. And that's when she goes, he ratted out his own cousin to the SEC. He did not do it. Ned did not do it. Ned is just taking the blame for it. And then she realized what she said, because she'd been drinking. And she goes, wait, why would Ned take the blame for ratting out his cousin when he didn't? Who really did, Olivia? Oh, and Olivia jumps up. No. You know what? Forget I said it. Look, just forget it. Because, look, it's for the best. It's for the good of the family. It's for peace. How could it be for peace? If he's walking around and the family hate, Michael and Drew think he did it. Michael is his nephew. No, it's cousin. Michael's his cousin. How could that be for the? You don't understand the circumstances. And I mean, she goes, no, I don't. So tell me, who actually ratted out Drew? I just can't. I can't tell you. She goes, you can't too. She goes, Lois, leave it alone. I can't say. And I thought, today, you'll say tomorrow. Olivia will start talking and rattling off, give her some more drinks, and she's going to tell. She's gonna tell that who did it. And you know what? It's funny. It would be interesting if she would have told Lois that Nina did it. Lois would have went and told Sonny. She would have. Lois likes Sonny. Lois is close to Sonny, and she would have felt Sonny had a right to know, and she would tell him. I say, sorry to break the bad news to you. Hey. So now we have Cody, Maxie, Lucy shows up, but Maxie, they're back at home and health and heart and home and heart and health, whatever it's called. And they're doing kind of a little rustic, country vibe mixed with whatever. And Sasha is ready, and Cody, he comes in, and Felicia's there. And Cody looks at Felicia like, why is she here? And so Sasha says, Felicia's here. And he goes, yeah, I know. She's watching me. That's all right. But he's thinking, why are you watching me? She goes, she's trying to find out something. Cody goes, she's not going to find out anything. So hair girl comes over, hair makeup, says, Cody, I need to do your hair and get you ready for the camera. He goes, okay. So he sits down, and she's brushing his hair, getting him ready. And Felicia's just looking. Felicia gave Sasha the slip, even though she didn't know she needed to give Sasha the slip, because she doesn't know Sasha knows anything and is, looking out for Cody. Felicia then gets some strands of his hair out the brush when they're done, and he goes back over to the set. Well, she gets it, she wraps it in toilet paper. She has a plastic bag, she puts it in it. So tell me this, everybody. Why didn't she then walk away where nobody was? She is still right there at that table, zipping up the Ziploc now. And then there was a bag that needed to go to she puts it in the white bag that goes to the lab that's like, she does all that right there. And so Sasha walks over to her, she catches eyesight of her, and she goes, Felicia, what are you doing? Oh, she has it in her purse. She finished shoving it in her purse, and Sasha's looking, and she goes, oh, nothing, just looking around. I just love being on the set, you know. So Sasha goes, well, we're getting ready to rehearse. Would you like to watch? And she goes, yes. So she walks away, and then Sasha looks back and she sees the hairbrushes. And she's thinking, hmm. So then Lucy does a little slip. She goes to the side, and then she hands the package to a courier that came and picked it up. Now make sure this gets right away to the lab at GH. And Sasha is waiting in the corridor behind her. She's watching this whole transaction. So she knows now what Lucy was up to. So now watch. Somehow Cody's going to get in there and intercept that paternity test. You know, come on now. That's exactly what's going to happen, because Felicia is absolutely not going to find out that way that Cody is Mac's father. She's not going to. And then I fast forwarded a lot of this. Scott and Lucy come up and, oh, they're going to stage a fight, which was so comical and stupid. Tracy suggests Cody wear a cowboy hat. No, Lucy suggests Cody put on a cowboy hat to finish the look that was on set. Tracy says, no, that's going to hide his beautiful eyes. Takes it off. So, and then Scott goes, I agree with Tracy. I mean, it was so stupid. And Tracy kind of looks at him. She goes, what do you know about, Lucy says, what do you know about, dressing? Well, you're just an attorney. Our attorney, you don't have any fashion sense. And then they start bickering. But that's the second time they started bickering. When they got on set, there was some stupid argument. And Tracy had to come over and say, hey, you guys, knock it off. We're here on the set. Be professional. And they were trying to set the stage that they're at odds, right? Because Scott was saying, I know, why do I have to be here? There's nothing that you need my legal assistance on here today. I don't have to come here every time you come. So that's how they started that bickering. So then when he took Tracy's side about the hat, Lucy's like, well, thanks a lot. And then no wonder why Lisa dumped you. And he looked, because he was thinking, ouch, you're taking that a little far. Yikes, right? We're supposed to be play arguing. Don't be trying to draw blood, okay? So in the end, before they shoot, and Scott's getting ready to leave, because he's going to leave the set, or some fake firing, you're fired, or I quit, or some crap like that. And so Tracy says, I thought you quit. Why are you still here? And he goes, oh, he came up to Tracy, and she said that. And he goes, well, because I wanted to apologize to you, Tracy. She said, why? He said, because I made an off-colored comment to you about Luke, which is why you threw the drink on me, in my face. And Lucy just made a rude off-colored comment to me about Lisa, and that hurt. So now I know how you feel when I made the comment about Luke, and I want to apologize to you for that. And she's like, oh, well, apology accepted. She wasn't expecting that, right? And he goes, something, and he's like, well, have a good day. And he turns and he walks away. So she is looking at him like, as he's walking away, thinking, what are you up to? You know, she wasn't just buying it, but right now Tracy's vulnerable. Okay. So they're gonna make it probably so that she does kind of fall prey to Scott for a hot minute. He's never been no match for her ever in life, and he won't be now, right? He won't be at all now. So now let's go to Comic Corner, because really that's all that happened. Nothing else interesting on the soap. Lisa says, Lucy crossed the line talking about Luke. I can't wait for Tracy to knock Lucy into next week. Brooklyn had every right to step in and defend Tracy. Lucy uses men for their money, and now she thinks she can get Tracy to fall in love with Scott. Won't happen. Text is not over Luke. Text is not over Luke. Must be Tracy's not over Luke. And then Deborah said, you cracked me up when you imitated Lucy on Friday. You're great. Thank you, Deborah. Linda says, the thing about Lucy is that could be very annoying, but on that note, why is Brooklyn trying to take the company from its creator, Lucy? She's not trying to take it. Now Tracy owns the 51% share. Tracy is the majority shareholder of the company. And Tracy always says she's going to give it to Brooklyn. And Brooklyn's plan is to give it to Maxie. So that's why. Deception was Lucy's baby, not Maxie's. Yes, the company was Lucy's baby. But Maxie was the one that got Lucy interested in running it again. Lucy had put that thing down and was just doing real estate. And Maxie was the one, after she lost her job with Nina. And how did she lose her job with Nina? I forget how. But then she went to Lucy and said she would help. And she did. And Maxie did the backbone, right, of that whole deal. It's very wrong to take something that someone else worked so hard for and just strip it from Lucy. Yeah, they could change the name. Lucy would not have deception right now if it wasn't for Maxie. Lucy had deception back in the day, and like I said, that thing had been dead for decades. Says, yes, Maxie has put her all in too, but Maxie shouldn't be the head shareholder of the company. It should be Lucy, period. I disagree, Linda. Lucy actually lost it fair. Here's the deal. Let's talk about this. Did Maxie contrive this takeover with Tracy? She did not. Maxie didn't know what Brooklyn was doing. Maxie didn't know Tracy was, and how did Tracy get the 51%? Lucy ended up settling. Now that she's saying she settled so that Maxie could keep her job and her employees could keep her job. But the truth of the matter is, Lucy didn't have the money to fight Tracy in court. The truth of the matter is, let's be real. The deceptor, the main product, Lucy knew she did not create. So she knew that long battle in court was going to come back to bite her because she got the idea from Martin. Okay, so that's another reason Lucy ended up caving, because in the long haul, it was gonna come out. And she knew it. And then she would end up with nothing and probably owing damages. So anyway, where you said period. Brooklyn gives Maxie those shares. Maxie gives Lucy 5 shares to make Lucy head shareholder. Maxie will have enough shares to make her children inherit those shares. Yeah, we'll see. Lucy, come on. Lisa says, Maxie runs the company, not Lucy. Oh, Lisa says to Linda, Maxie owns the company, not Lucy. She just comes and goes now and then. Lucy almost lost the company again, but she doesn't know how to keep it going. She does not. Um, Ever since Lucy had Maxie come to work for her, deception with deception, when it started pulling a profit. Lucy knows she didn't create the deceptor. That's what I said. Martin stole it from his ex-wife. The same thing with Crimson. Maxie showed Nina how to run the magazine. Nina didn't have an idea how to run the company. And then Linda says, in my book, the character of Nina is a villain because of all the rotten things she's done. Nina is worse than Carly because Nina's pulling Avery, her pulling Avery out of Ava's womb was the worst thing Nina has done. And Nina is continually doing things to make her out to be a villain, making her out to be a villain. Carly slept with Tony, and that was the most thing I could think of that Carly did to Bobby, or the worst thing. If there's something worse, please tell me, recap lady. I think what Carly did to her own mother was about the worst. I do believe so. You know, she told a lot of lies and stuck her nose in a lot of stuff, but could arguably could have been making AJ, saying the baby was Sonny's and it was really AJ's. Okay, that could have been considered wrong, or bad. And then Lisa says, it looks like on the previews, Lois is going to tell Sonny. Ooh. Olivia can flip out. Well, we'll flip out because Lois said she would keep quiet about it, if not being, about it not being Ned. Well, Lois did say she would, but Lois can't keep her mouth shut either. And then Lisa says, I agree with Lucy. She is on my nerves. She knows to go down for what, she knows to go down for what she is doing. Getting Scott to have Tracy marry him, wait happen ever. I don't understand that sentence. Lucy always thinks Tracy will marry Scott if nuts. Yeah, I think those sentences got a little messed up there. Dacia says, Michael needs to go ahead and let Willow listen to the recording, but that Martin said that Nina was the one that turned Carly into the SEC and Drew Kane. See what Willow will think of her mother, Nina. Willow is turning against, will turn against Nina if the truth comes out. That Nina was the one who had Martin call the SEC on Drew Kane. Sonny will get so angry with Nina because she lied to him about and had Martin draw up a trust fund for her grandkids. She lied by saying Martin's drawing up a trust fund. Yeah, that's what she said. If the truth comes out, Sonny will let Dante know that Nina had Martin turn. I don't think he'll tell Dante. What does Dante care? Drew to the SEC on Carly and Drew Kane. I don't think Sonny will tell Dante. NK Rose says if Sonny takes on the role of great uncle to Kristina's baby, then Rick Lansing is the grandfather. Rick is definitely the grandfather. NK Rose says on the other surrogate actually signed papers to give up the egg too. And then P. Merle says she did not. She used the egg donor. That's why the wait would be so long for Kristina if she did not volunteer her own egg. Yeah. See, I'm still. If the other surrogate used an egg donor, why didn't that take long? That's what I don't understand. Why did that happen like the very next week? So NK Rose says, I think the other surrogate was only a carrier, which you guys are probably right. They just rushed it along for us time-wise. User X says, hello, recap lady. Hope you're having a great day. Why, yes, I am. Uh, Catherine says, Nina is so crazy. She only cares about herself. Who cares about SCC at this point? And then Lucy says, hello, Daily Recap lady. Love your reviews and comment corner. Thank you, Lucy. I love your comments. Catherine says, Lucy hit below the belt nasty. And then P. Merle says, Molly and TJ's original surrogate used an egg donor. She did not donate her own egg. The baby that they're having would be Kristina's egg and TJ's sperm. That's why Alexis is concerned. I can't believe that BLQ would had to clap back for Tracy. Um, I was waiting for Tracy to slap the taste out of Lucy's mouth and make her speechless. That's funny. And then Mika Sandra says, uh, oh, you're noticing my daily recaps are the day after. Yes, yes. Mika Sandra, my professional schedule has gotten very, very busy. I'm doing all I can to keep up with General Hospital, being able to watch it. I still watch it at that night, like the recap I'm doing today is for yesterday, and I watched it last night. But there's just no way I could, because it takes time to do these pictures to put them into the format that I do them in. And here's the thing, I have to have a certain amount of energy to read Comic Corner. At the end of a long, I don't have it. As it is, my Young and the Restless is kind of gone to weekly recaps because I can only do so much. It's kind of like careful what you wish for. Now my professional business is just really, really keeping me busy, but I'm still, no matter how tired I am, I watch my soap at night to wind down. So I just said, okay, you know what? I'll shift it up. I'll come back the next day and do the daily recap. But here's the thing, if you saw it, then you can still comment on the recap that I give. I mean, it's going to be the same thing. But yeah, I at the beginning, I actually used to do Young and the Restless and General Hospital both in the same day. And then I really had to switch Young and the Restless to the next day. But anyway, Lisa says she usually does the recap of General Hospital the next day. Thank you, Lisa. We all know it's 24 hours later. Um, and then she also does Young and the Restless. I know. And like I said, Young and the Restless, I'm going to weekly recap. Lisa says the other surrogate used the donor egg with TJ sperm. Okay. Lisa says Kirsten Storms was out for one day. She even looked a lot like our Maxie. I know she did, the replacement. Even spoke like her. Yes, she did. They did a good job. They need to keep her on standby. Lisa says, I thought Brooklyn was going to rip off Lucy's head and spit it down her throat. I know, Brooklyn. Yikes. Lady Laura says, Dear Recap Lady, referring to the first surrogate that Molly had in TJ, there was a separate egg from the woman who carried the baby. Okay. That it was said when she went to the doctor and was devastated when the wait was going to be so long. Okay. That is why Kristina offered her egg in the first place. Good review. Have a good day. Thank you so much, everybody, for your comments on Comment Corner. My goodness, we're almost done with 2023. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital.